Hello everyone, Edwina here, and I've come to show you my altered bag or tote. It's a small one. I'm not quite sure how what the measurements are, but I can put them in the description box. Anyway, this is the back. I have difficulty trying to get it in the frame, but this is the back. Oh, I know what I should do. I should show you what it was before I altered it. Right. This what is what. It's just a plain cotton white bag, tote. So that's basically the what I've altered. So this is the back. Now we have a piece of curtain that I put on the back, and I put a dangle on the bottom. I've put this trim on each side, and then this trim with these flowers, I don't know, I call them bobbles. And then I put this lace around the handle. So that's the back, and this is the front. Right. So where do I start? Let's start at the top. So I only used one piece of lace. I've left the underside plain. Same trim at the top as on the back, and the same on the sides as the back. Underneath here there are several pieces of lace that I've put on, just overlap them, etc. And then I've put this Battenberg doily. It's a square doily, so it probably goes around there. And then I put this lovely image down, and rather than let me show you close, rather than put it beads round it, which is what I tend to do, or flat back pearls rather, I thought this time I would have a go at putting an applique around it to frame it. And I'm quite pleased how it turned out, because really it's the first time I've tried it. So that was an applique. Well, actually it was two appliques, but I cut them up pieces. I think it was two. Right, then we have I've kept it reasonably simple. Right, let's look at the dangles next. Okay, so we have this gorgeous fringe on the top, and then we have the same dangle that I've put on the back, and then we have this one underneath. So there are three trims on the front and one on the back, and then I put this broder anglais with some white satin ribbon on, which I thought was nice. It made it sort of different. And then in this corner here I put a couple of pink flowers. Now the pink is to match the pink. I know they're roses and these aren't, but I thought that didn't matter too much. It's just that I wanted to have a little bit of pink with a couple of lace flower leaves. And then And then basically the last thing I did was this flower. Okay, it's three appliques, 3 flower appliques, one on top of the other, and then I've made this dangle with seam binding, and the seam binding actually matches the blue in her hair. It's the dark blue. I didn't have any colour that would suit that, but I thought it was nice that it suited the blue in her hair. Some satin ribbon, some pearls, and some lace, a lace trim. Okay, I think that is it basically. Have I forgotten anything? No. Right, there are a few people that I want to thank. First of all, I want to thank Liz, the Paper Project. Now, she will know why I'm thanking her when I get to the next part of this video. But I'll tell you about that later. Then the other person I want to thank is Paula Lemmon. Now, Paula Lemmon is she makes junk journals, very nice junk journals, very lovely junk journals. In fact, I think I have one of hers. And a while ago she used to make these lovely altered totes with doilies and lace, and put the journal in them, and I thought it was such a brilliant idea that I've been thinking about doing it myself. So that's why initially I was going to alter the bag and put a journal in it, but you know how things change, don't they? And the other person I'd like to thank is Kim from Angel Dream Crafts. Kim will think maybe I've copied her. Well, I hope she doesn't, because I don't do that. I think what I want to say to her is snap. When I saw her video the other day, I realised that we were working on the same or similar thing. She's made a bag, a tote. This is an altered tote, but this idea of this is something I was going to do, and Kim sort of beat me to it. I'd already started on this when I saw Kim's video, and I didn't want to change just because Kim had done it. And finally, I mustn't forget Maggie White. Thank you. Maggie gave me the courage really to cut up big appliques. I've never really known what to do with them, and I never thought of cutting them up, but because of Maggie showing us, I was able to do this and frame this beautiful picture. So I'm really thankful to you, Maggie, for showing me what is possible. So there we have it, my altered small tote. I hope you like it. Right, this is a two-part video. That was part one. I'm not going to do another one. I'm hoping to do both of them together. So the next part is an inspirational kit, so that you can actually make your own, alter your own tote. Now I've never made one of these, a kit before. I'm gonna, which way round it would be better to get it in frame. Yeah, let's try that one. Okay, I've never made put a kit together. This is my first time, and that's why Liz, the Paper Project, inspired me. I mean, I'd already been thinking about it, but Liz recently put up some inspirational kits on her channel, and I spoke to her about it, and I sort of got the nudge to go ahead, as it were, you know. So this is what I've done, and basically what you have here, if you can see, is everything and a bit more that I have used to create the bag. So first thing in the kit, you get a bag. I have got some extras as well. Now, second thing in the kit, you get the piece of curtain to go on the back. I've also, let's put this down here, I'm going to run out of room. I've also included several doilies. This is the one that I used on the front, a square batten bird doily, but in the kit I'm enclosing this round one and some small, am I in frame? Some small doilies, so you can do with them whatever you want. Okay, so they're in the, where should we start next? Right, let's start with the dangles. Let's move these up. Okay, so this is the one on the front. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the one on the front. Now this piece of lace is another one on the front, and it went sort of, not the top, but the second down from the top. Perhaps I should have said this one, that one was the top, that one was the next one down, and then this one was the third one down. Sorry, I've got myself in a bit of a muddle here. Right, now we're back to the this is the first one that went under the I've made a mistake, but don't worry about it, Edwina. I'm sure people will be quite happy with what I provided. This goes on the bottom and then we have this one that goes on the bottom of the front and on the bottom of the back. Okay, now that piece of lace that I showed you, I'm not sure what it's here for, but you can have it. I don't think I used it in my kit. I think I was going to, but I mean on the bag I don't think I used it, but that's okay. I did use, however, I did use this one, so you get this one as well, and that's one of the ones that was down the bottom, in the middle, kind of thing. Okay, and then we have this, which you will have noticed was down the bottom before the dangles. Right, then we have these are the appliques that I cut up. Yeah, that way. There's two of them to cut up and place around the image if you want to. Obviously you can do what you like with them, but that's what I did, and that's what I'm including in the kit. Right, this is the lace that I used for the handles. So you've got two pieces of that for the handle. Now there's only one thing that I didn't have the same of, so I've substituted it, and that is the lace down the side, a trim down the side. I've actually put that trim, which will work just as well for down the side, the two sides, because I didn't have enough of the other one. Right, I'll leave the flower till last. So the top across the top of the bag, we have this trim, back and front, and we have these bobbles, that I call them, or little flowers. There we are. And there's several of those in the bag. Enough, probably, maybe even more than enough to put on the top of those. Right, what's next? Flowers. Now, these are the flowers that I used. I used 2 of them in the end. I was going to use 3. But I've included in the kit 2 further choices in case you want to put different ones on. So there's that one and there's that one. So you will have 3 lots of flowers. There are a couple of, there's a leaf applique, and I cut them up, and you can use whatever one. I cut them up into 3, so you can use whichever one you want. Right, let's do this. So this is the big flower applique. I put that one on first, then this one in the middle, and then this one on top. And these are the dangles. You've got a string of pearls. You've got some seam binding, and you've got some lace. Okay. Oh, and I've forgotten the ribbon. There's also the ribbon as well. Okay. So, is that everything? Yeah. And this is the extras. I'm going to in this little bag. I'm going to I've put some extras for you to do with whatever and however you want. And what we have is some charms, a ballerina, a heart, a postcard, and a flower, rose. And then we have some vintage buttons, and they are all vintage. Let's see. There's a couple of cream ones, there's a couple of brown ones, and some blue ones. Oh, and some small white ones. And the bell charm, which I forgot. So there's 5 charms, and some buttons. Have I got, am I in frame? Yeah. There we go. So these items are all extra to the kit. Okay, so there's just one thing that's missing. And what is it? The image. I'm not selling an image as part of the kit. So if you need an image and you don't have one, or you're not able to print off an image, then I'm happy to give you free. It's not, I'm not paying you, asking you to pay for them. My favourite actress, silent screen actress, oh, why do I always forget her name? Maud Feely, right. Now you're very welcome, if you don't have access to a printer and can print off images on fabric, you're very welcome to have one or both of these if you want. It's up to you. Okay, so I think that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you like what I've showed you today, and do contact me. I will put my email in the description box, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.